One of the simplest products I have ever made has been consistently selling every single month since Christmas. No crazy design, no complicated materials, just clean, simple tabletop risers. But here's the thing, so far I have been making every single one by hand. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I've been making them by hand and how you can make the same product using a laser cutter. This isn't going to be a light burn design tutorial for this project, but if you are interested in designing these for your laser, I will leave the video tutorial link in the description and a link to my Etsy shop if you want to just download and make them. So whether you're a hands-on maker or you're a laser enthusiast, this video is going to show you which method is quicker, which one is more profitable, and you can let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the product itself. These are simple tabletop risers. You can use them for displays, organization, markets, kitchens. Honestly, they're one of those products that just fits everywhere, and I think that's exactly why they sell. They're practical, minimal, and easy to customize. Since Christmas, I've been selling these consistently every single month, and the demand just hasn't really dropped off, which tells me one thing: simple products still win. Let's start with how I've been making them up until now, fully by hand. The process is pretty straightforward, but it does take time. The material I'm using is a standard 5x1x4 foot or 125 by 25 by 1 meter pine board. For me, this is about £3.20 per meter. It only takes a meter. But this project is also good because you can just use offcuts laying around the shop. I usually throw this through the planer on both sides just to remove any machine marks and to get a consistent thickness, roughly finished at around 18mm, but you can skip this step as it will be sanded later. First, I rip the board down to 90mm or 3.5 inches. This board will be cut for the tops and the offcut will become the legs or the feet. Then I cut all of my pieces down to size. Starting from smallest to largest, we have one at 130mm or 5 1/8, one at 205mm or 8 1/8, one at 280mm or 11 inches, and one at 355mm or 14 inches. You can cut these using a miter saw, table saw, or by hand if you really want to. The offcut for the feet, we're going to round over 2 edges with the router first. That will be the 2 edges on the narrow side. Whilst we're routing, we can round over all of the edges on the tops as well. Back to the legs, we just need to cut 9 of these at 90mm or 3.5 inches, the width of our tops. We then need to drill and countersink 2 holes 1 inch from the end of the feet, and that's all the machine work done other than sanding. You already know it takes longer than you think. If you want a rustic look, just don't do as much. That's what I'm going to do. After that, I assemble everything. We're going to start with the smallest first. Take 2 of the legs, add glue to one of them. The other is going to act as a spacer. We need to align the one without glue flush to the end of the top and butt the one with glue up to it. Apply some pressure or clamp it and drive the 2 screws in. We need to do the same on the other side, then it's rinse and repeat to all the others. We just want to check that the smaller one nests between the legs before we move on to the next. We can do this by placing 2 legs, then the smaller top, then another 2 legs. It should just be under flush so there is little room between the legs. A bit of touch-up sanding if needed and apply a finish. It's not complicated, but it is time-consuming and repetitive. Every part requires you to be on the tools. In total, cutting the components, sanding, assembly, and finishing these by hand has taken a total time of 35 minutes. That's been my biggest challenge. And this is where the laser comes in. For this example, I am using the ACMA P3 laser with the 48-watt diode module. If you're interested in this laser, I will leave a link in the description so you can check it out. Although it can cut 20mm pine at 150mm per minute, the same thickness as the handmade ones, you can use whatever material you like. For my projects, I prefer to use solid woods, but decorative veneered MDF like this oak or sapele MDF can have its benefits. We can place a whole sheet on the laser bed, open up the project and send it to the laser. Depending on the machine you have and what material you are cutting, it will significantly change the time it takes to process the job. For this like-for-like example, I used pine to keep the material the same, but I reduced the thickness of the material to 12mm to not push the limitations of the machine, meanwhile still maintaining a thick, handmade feel to the project. This project took a total of 30 minutes to cut out on the laser, and the sanding, assembly and finishing of the project took 16 minutes, for a total of 46 minutes. Now, if I was to use the 6mm Sapele MDF, I'll be able to cut this out at 480mm per minute, and I can cut the entire project out in 12.5 minutes. This is where I was saying that the machine and the material you use has a significant impact on time. So looking at these side by side, I really like both styles. The handmade ones feel chunkier, they have a lot more weight to them, and they have that handmade feel to them. The laser cut ones, to me, they have a slightly cheaper feel to them, but I do like the finger joints in the top. Whether or not people are going to like this is going to be personal preference, but I actually quite like the joinery going through the top. They are also a lot easier to assemble. It's just a case of applying some glue, applying some pressure, and that's it. Whereas the chunkier handmade ones need to be glued and screwed. So I make these for £30 a set. Now, doing some research into pricing of these products, I have found that people do sell these really well for £60 a set. Now, I know for the handmade ones, when I batch these out, I know I can make at least 2 of these in an hour, and using slightly different tools, like when I was doing the sanding, I was using an orbital sander in the video, you can get quicker times using a belt sander, but I didn't have one available with me here in the studio at home. For me, when it comes to products as a side hustle, I like to shoot around the £30 to £44 an hour mark, and that's because eventually I want to make my side hustle into a full-time business. Now, some of you might think I am correct in what I charge, and some of you might think that I'm overcharging or undercharging. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below to let me know your thoughts on pricing, but making £60 from £6.40 worth of materials isn't bad. Now, I have to be completely transparent, I haven't listed the laser cut ones for sale yet, so I'm not entirely sure what people are willing to pay for these, but they will be listed by the time I have posted this video. If you're interested in knowing whether or not they are selling, let me know in the comment section and I will update you in a post or a future video. Just as a little bonus, I think you're really going to like this. I have made a decorative version of these risers. They have taken a lot longer to cut out, taken 1 hour and 45 minutes. But I think it gives another level to this product, and it's not something that I would ever attempt to do by hand. This is something I would only do with a laser cutter. They turned out really nicely. I'm really interested to see whether or not people are interested in buying these as well, because as far as I'm aware, there's nothing out there like it at the moment, and it was a very simple addition to the riser files I've made. So the pros and cons. Firstly, with the example that I used, there isn't much difference in the way of time. You can make 2 of these in an hour by hand. The laser cut ones can cut out 2 in an hour, but you still have to assemble, sand and finish them. But you can do those processes in the time it takes to cut the next ones. The biggest difference comes from the material you use. If I were to use the 6mm oak or Sapele MDF, it would be possible to make potentially 4 in an hour, as it only takes 12 minutes to cut, depending on the laser. Handmade, this is such a simple project. You could use a handsaw, a screwdriver and a scrap of sandpaper to make these. For the laser cut ones, well, you need a laser, but there's less manual labour and you know that all the cuts are going to be very precise every single time. Now, if you want to try the laser cut version for yourself, I will leave a link to the design tutorial in the description once it is live. I've created the files for these and they are available on my Etsy store, so you can download them, load them straight into your laser software and start making these yourself. Super simple, and I'd love to know what you think. Drop a comment below. Do you prefer the handmade version or the laser cut version? If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you.